Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to another episode about Train Simulator. Yes, it's the second stream I'm doing from good old Railworks, or whatever that is called. Yeah, the game changed the name like 13 times already, and they will probably change it even more. They just changed it to Train Simulator Classic, and the next one will be like, what, Train Simulator Museum or whatever? I don't know, but well, dovetail those, apparently. Right, anyway, hello everyone, hello Hoodie, hello Nuki Brut, Raliev, Hainam, Jessica Team. My goodness me, so many people already. I guess that is how many people want to see the failure that is Train Simulator Classic, yes. Or maybe it's a success. You're gonna have to decide, chat. You're gonna have to decide. I can't decide. Right, anyway, to answer your question, Nuki Brut, yes, we are going to go through entire route all the way from Dresden to Leipzig using ICE T, or whatever that is called. Yeah, whatever. That is gonna be some ICE train. So yes, definitely we will cover that route, and hopefully I will be able to cope with CFA, PZB, LZB, and all that magic that usually fails me, or I fail use them properly. But yeah, at least we will have some fun when I fail, isn't it? Yes. So anyway, if anyone is wondering what's in that newest edition, there are 3 routes. Pretty much all of them are presented on the screen right now, somewhat. So we got Dresden Leipzig, represented by that ICE train. Then we got London Euston to Birmingham, I think. That's like 120 miles long route. And that's operated by Avanti West Coast, I believe. And we got Tahoma Pass in US. So those 3 routes are included with Train Simulator Classic, so if someone doesn't have them or doesn't have Train Simulator at all, you can check out on Steam. I think it's now in 10% promotion, so it's like £17 or your local currency equivalent, if you want to obviously invest that much money to get all 3 routes all together. If you don't, well, I don't blame you, because like, while Train Simulator offers a lot of stuff, and there is lots of free stuff, there is lots of paid stuff, it still holds that trophy of being the most expensive game on Steam, I believe. Right, anyway, so without any further ado, we might want to jump into the game, shall we? You are probably eager to see what's gonna happen on that route. There we go. Let me also what is that? There we go, that's the button. There we go. Right, so I am looking for Leipzig Dresden. There we go, that's our route. Just before I begin that scenario, I already started it once and tested it, if it actually works, because you never know. There are 7-8 scenarios included with that route. One of them requires some other DLC, which I don't have. If you have one of the locomotives that comes from DLC, you get 1 extra scenario in that. But that's it. That's all that's included with that route. You don't get any more. The rest you will have to find somewhere else. So I can't say if I'm super excited about it. There is only 1 scenario that covers entire route, which is the one that we will be playing today, which is ICET 1412 Dresden to Wiesbaden or whatever, and that goes all the way from Dresden to Leipzig, and then we will hand over the train to somebody else, and that's the only service that will take you through entire route. RE50 is split between two scenarios. So one of them goes from, I believe, Leipzig to Riesa, and the other one goes from Riesa to Dresden, which is kind of a bummer. But that's what they did. Then you got some talent too. I don't know where that goes, but that's 15 minutes scenario, so you can't expect much. There's some shunting at Leipzig, which is nice. It's good to have some of those scenarios. And we got a freight train from Leipzig to Riesa, I believe. And that's it. That's it. And then you have that rail fan scenario. And there's not much. I'm not gonna lie, there is not much, but the route is here. The route has massive potential, and since the game has pretty good editor, if you have some creativity, you can create your own scenarios, and that gives you a lot of space to do so. So eventually, when it comes to Train Simulator, I'm a little bit lenient when it comes to poor quality scenarios included with the route. I'd rather get really good route with some poor scenarios and then get the scenarios elsewhere from people that actually do pretty good job at it. But that's how it works. That's definitely how it works. Railjet, hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time. Pitchables, hello. Oh my goodness me, so many people are showing up. Right, anyway, enough of me moaning about Dovetail and their policy of milking everything from everyone. Let me just jump into this scenario and we should look at this train. I will try to drive it with PZB, LZB and CIFA on, so that will probably create some failures on my side, because yeah, those systems doesn't really work properly in the game. But at least they are trying, so I can give them that credit. Alright. Leipzig Militär Ale. I'm not sure where that is. That is probably in the other direction, but yeah, there is one scenario that sounds similar. Anyway, I haven't tested that, seriously. Like, that's the only scenario that I ever tried and tested. So, we will play on this one. Perhaps later I will try to do that freight train to Riesa. That might be fun, and you guys know that I love freight trains, so I will probably have much more fun playing freight train than ICE. But that's just me. Right, so the mission is about to start. Yeah, I guess I got the same feeling about Dovetail, you know. Right, anyway. There we go. And there's one more thing that I have today, which is this additional overlay. And it's gonna do some magic to the game. Mafixi, what about playing Zusi? I do have Zusi 3. But I'm so bad at it that it would be really embarrassing at this moment. I really need to practice a bit, because I struggle with controls in Zusi. It's so complicated that, yeah, I really need to practice first. Then I need to figure out how to stream it so that it looks decent, because you know how the game looks like. And then we can talk about me streaming Zusi. But definitely that's on the table, and I'm looking forward to it at some point. But I'm just not good enough. And Zusi requires you to be somewhat decent. Oh, you only came to say hi. Oh, you're at friend's place. Okay, enjoy your friend's visit. Have a nice stream and don't fail with PZV. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, I will probably get bonked several times. Don't worry. Right, so let's begin the service. Let's open the doors, definitely. I need to set reverser. Let me just turn on SIFA, turn on PZB, and turn on LZB. There we go. Perfect. We shall set AFB to 40. And also our headlights. Okay, I believe we are now ready to roll. Oops, not this button. Is that this button? For some reason that doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Okay, now the brakes are released. Okay. And we are rolling, chat. We are rolling. Advertise, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. There we go. Alright, chat, I'm still not stopped by PZB, so I guess I'm doing good. I guess I'm doing really good. Right, in fact, we can now speed up a little bit. Okay, we are getting somewhere, chat. We are getting somewhere. I'm not sure if LZB is already active at this part of the route. I don't think it should. So, train is still in my control, I believe. Although LZB is already giving me some indicators on the dashboard, so I can't be sure. Hainam, that's a difficult question. Because obviously Train Simulator Classic has much more content, don't get me wrong, like Train Sim World 2 wasn't on the market for long enough to get that content. And also Train Simulator Classic has much better routes, much longer routes, much bigger potential when it comes to modding. But as you can see, it looks very outdated, so that is a huge problem of this game. You really won't get too far with it. Because the game has its obvious limitations. At the same time, Train Sim World 2 has massive potential, which is currently wasted, because it doesn't really have that much content. And that's a problem. So, apart from great graphics and great potential, Train Sim World 2 doesn't really offer that much.
Nächster Halt, Dresden Neustadt.
Right, I believe we might be slightly late. Okay, I will just let it coast. A touch on the brakes. There we go. We still got 3 minutes, so I guess we are doing good. At least so far. Ooh, I think I set the lights a little bit too bright. There we go. I might have stopped a little bit too far. Anyway, we got 2 minutes boarding. I like that new overlay. Like, it doesn't show me too much. It shows me the clock, it shows me the next task, and that's it. And I like it. I really like it. You can configure it as you wish. It's basically a pay-where modification to Railworks. It also affects some graphical settings, and it gives me that nice voiceover for stations and inside the train. So normally when you install Train Simulator Classic, you don't get that lady voice that is saying some German things when you arrive at the station, and those announcements are not there. That comes from this overlay. So it's a nice feature. It's really nice feature. If someone is interested in that RW enhancer, it's linked down below the video. There we go. Might as well look outside. That looks pretty good.
Zu Ihrer Sicherheit bitten wir Sie, Ihr Gepäck nicht unbeaufsichtigt zu lassen und uns jedes Paket oder jeden Gegenstand zu melden, den Sie für verdächtig halten. Wir danken Ihnen für Ihre Wachsamkeit.
There we go. The boarding is about to finish. And off we go. Yes, we got full announcements, and that comes from RW enhancer. I mean, technically, like, electric trains are having very little impact on environment, so yeah, definitely they are much better for environment than whole bunch of cars. Okay. Frederick Lalinets, thank you very much for subscribing me on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Oh, there we go, that's Sifa. Okay, so I'm gonna hand full control to LZB. I believe it's already in control. So it will keep my speed at appropriate levels. The biggest problem I have with LZB in this train is the moment when it turns off shortly before Leipzig station. Like, last time I couldn't get through it, literally. Like, PZB and LZB just kicked my ass back then. Like, it took me 5 minutes to figure out how to get this train moving again. So I'm hoping that today I'm gonna crack it down and get smoothly through that area. And why did it shock you? I'm actually surprised that the mod works perfectly fine with that route, even though the route was released just yesterday. I mean, it was effectively extension to the route, so yeah, technically it wasn't released yesterday. Previously it was just a Dresden Riesa, so that's this bit that we are going through right now, because that service started at Dresden. Our next stop is in fact Riesa. So this first bit is the old route. The extension will happen in like 20 minutes probably. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, there we go. We got some local service. In fact, there we go. That's one of the things that I like Train Simulator for. You can basically turn external camera and pause the simulation, and you can capture your perfect shot. Like, screenshots will be absolutely amazing from this game. So let me just find nice angle. Perhaps let's raise the camera a little bit. Yeah, that will be good. There we go. Nookie Brute, I'm aware of that. The problem is that last time I think I missed the sign or something, because as soon as LZB started to turn itself off, I started to confirm PZB signals and all that stuff. I even started to control like AFB to make sure that I won't go above the speed limits and stuff. But at some point LZB just turned off, even though I was doing everything perfectly fine, and PZB kicked in with emergency brakes, and I was like, wow, why? Just why? Everything was fine. Apparently, according to those two systems, it wasn't. I eventually ended up turning all the systems off, turning them back on, except LZB, and then it let me continue. But as soon as I turned on LZB with PZB, when I was outside of LZB zone, the train just refused to go further. I don't know why. That shouldn't happen, because that system was supposed to work automatically. Right, anyway, let me just turn off AFB. Yeah, that's one of the methods of doing it. I will try it today, definitely, because I need to crack it down how to go through that transition without getting the train stopped, because that's really so annoying. Right, let me just capture one more screenshot. And now, let's get back to the cabin. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to PZB and LZB in Train Simulator, they clearly just tried, nothing else, because those system works much better in Train Sim World 2. But in Train Simulator, they seem to be a bit dodgy. I don't know why. Like, even though in Train Sim World 2 they still don't work correctly according to some more specialized people than me. So... Oh, I see, I see. So that might be my mistake. I will give it a try, because, like, again, I need to learn how to operate it in this particular title, and... Oddball, yes, I am currently traveling at 160 kilometers per hour, and I think the most I will get on this route is 200 at some point. So we will be going faster. There we go. I believe that's the branch off. Okay, 130. I will confirm it, because knowing Dovetail, PZB will catch me even though the speed limit is above 100 kilometers per hour, and technically I shouldn't be required to confirm that. Hainam, well, yeah, this route doesn't support that high speeds. So yeah, no 250 today. I mean, technically, if I would turn off PZB, LZB, and SIFA, I could technically go all the way to 300, but yeah, that wouldn't end well. Hey, even for a retrofitted line, 200 is still quite a lot. Like, that's super fast. Right, let me grab a sip of coffee while we can chill, because LZB is doing everything for me. And that's the reason why I both like and hate to drive with ICE. Like, right now, I can chill. Like, I don't have to do anything except confirming SIFA. LZB is doing everything for me. The problem is, after a while, it starts to get boring, because, yeah, like, I'm not effectively in control of the train. It's LZB that is in control. I'm just sitting here and watching. Yeah, I agree with you. 300 would be really nice. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. There we go. Speed limit will drop to 140. But again, LZB will take care of everything. I think it's only shortly before Riesa that I will have to take control myself and use AFB to slow the train down. Because for some reason Dovetail put some weird speed limit there, and players will actually get penalties if they will trust LZB on that bit. At least I got some penalties yesterday when I checked this route. Okay, now it's 120 for next roughly around 7 kilometers. Vimbola HP. What was that technically? I'm not familiar with the history of the area, so if someone has a cool story about this area, I'm more than happy to hear it. Oddball Hero, you mean in simulators or in real life? In simulators, I think my longest route was like, what was it? Around 220 kilometers long in Train Driver 2. I think I streamed that once. Yeah, that was like just over 200 kilometers. And that took me, I think, 4 hours to complete. Or was it 6? Can't remember. There we go. Ooh, really? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This area is so well, is somewhat famous for vineyards. Where could that be? I'm not sure if they actually put that in the game. But definitely those fields look really, really amazing. There we go. Let me just take that screenshot. Beautiful. Let's make it look like I'm flying a drone. There we go. I think that's a nice shot. Perfect. My longest train ride in real life was about 667 kilometers long. Nice, nice. So you probably spent like 14 hours in a train. Unless that was a high-speed route, then yeah, I think that distance can be covered in just a few hours. I see. Okay, okay. 14 hours, yeah, so I guessed this correctly. There we go. Right, we should be approaching the junction really soon, in like probably 10 kilometers. And that should connect the branch line with this line. So on this line, normally they travel like high-speed trains, very rarely any sort of freight trains, because freight trains have their own like bypass route that goes slightly around. But slower trains can be accommodated there, while high-speed trains are traveling on this bit, if I remember correctly, the information about this route. There we go. We are back to 160, chat. That's the speed, isn't it? Ooh, what's that to my left? Oh, I see, I see. So that is some sort of a factory. Ooh, chat, that's gonna be a nice shot. Let me just find a good angle. There we go. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Let me grab a screenshot. Perfect. Perhaps I could... Beautiful. And let me just change the angle of the camera slightly. Back to the cabin. Right in time to confirm SIFA. Oh, I see, I see. So is that the junction? I think that's the one. So those two tracks will continue towards Berlin. And I'm branching off to Riesa and Leipzig. I think that's how it works. Good. Very good. Very good. Right, chat, we still got 16 kilometers left to Riesa. And another passenger exchange. And until then, I can just chill. And that's the thing about LZB. Like, it's really nice for streaming, although, yeah, it would be a bit boring if I would be driving high-speed trains all the time. Oh, so they are no longer running ICEs there. That's what you mean. I mean, probably that would make sense. And the question now is, am I joining the line or is the line joining me? Oh, I am joining the line. Okay. There we go. Spider, hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Okay, there we go. Okay, we are going to slow down to 120 now. It's good that I'm streaming. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad that you enjoy it. Okay, now we can enjoy nice and chilling ride at 120 kilometers per hour. It doesn't feel that fast, isn't it? Like in ICE, it doesn't really feel fast. And if that would be any other train, like you would think that 120 is like a light speed. And by the way, I need to change that light. No, that's... There we go. That's how I wanted to set them. So they are slightly dimmed rather than in full beam. We don't need a full beam light in the middle of the day, is it? Ooh, last shift before vacation. So enjoy your vacation and have a nice last shift. See you later, Nookie Brute, and thank you very much for joining us. Alright, chat, we still got 7 kilometers left and about 8 minutes to get there. There we go. It doesn't sound as impressive as I thought. Okay, for some reason that railroad crossing was surprisingly loud. I don't think I should be hearing that. Canadian Pacific, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Oh, once more, another railroad crossing that was surprisingly loud. Okay, let's release the throttle at least. It is supposed to be neutral section. Okay. Now we can throttle back up. Let's confirm SIFA, so it won't be yelling at me. There we go, and that's the junction. So I believe that this is the branch line where slower trains are being routed. It still goes to Dresden, but eventually it does like it goes around some hills and stuff. So we might see that in one of the future episodes if I will be driving on that line with freight train. There we go. Let me just find a nice spot. Let's see. Yeah, that should be a proper height for a person. Yeah, that looks okay. There we go. And now back to the cabin. Perfect. Alright, chat, we are approaching Riesa. 3 kilometers left. So very soon I will have to slow down. We still got 5 minutes. Okay, that's 120. Hainam, yes, I used to have one of those. Okay, I'm gonna manually slow down. Because I know there is some sort of speed limit somewhere here. And we still got plenty of time. So I'd rather approach this station at 60 than allow LZB to take control over that.
Nächster Halt, Riesa. Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und Bahnsteig.
There we go. Yeah, I think that signal also informed me that we got 60 limit. Oh, and things will go... Oh, that's 80, in fact. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, there's not much to talk about. I used to have like 125 motorcycle for like 3 years. It was really fun. And that was really fun. Okay, we can now let it coast and use some brakes perhaps. Because that is... Chat, that is Riesa. And we are 3 minutes ahead of time. Okay, Sifa, I don't want you to yell at me now. Okay, I will try to stop somewhere here. Yeah, that's the spot. Perfect. Now we can enjoy. Oh, that's a nice screenshot. I'm sure that's going to be a nice screenshot. There we go. Mr. Skytrick, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a great time today. How are you doing? The Greasius, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a great time today. Guys, you actually joined at the right time because we are about to continue this route all the way from Riesa to Leipzig. So the bit that I'm going to drive on is the new bit. The bit that I was driving on was the old bit. Is it great? I don't know, the Greek Zeus. You have to decide on your own. Almost doing perfect. Ooh. Why is it only almost? If I may ask. There we go. The lady is just chilling. Perhaps I could set this camera slightly There we go. That's much better angle. We got two nice looking trains with a lady drinking her coffee. What is my opinion? Yeah, well, it's still train simulator, I guess. Like, nothing has changed apart from new routes that were added.
Zu Ihrer Sicherheit bitten wir Sie, Ihr Gepäck nicht unbeaufsichtigt zu lassen und uns jedes Paket oder jeden Gegenstand zu melden, den Sie für verdächtig halten. Wir danken Ihnen für Ihre Wachsamkeit. Ich bitte um Ihre Aufmerksamkeit.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sich von den Türen fern. Die Abreise steht unmittelbar bevor.
There we go, chat. We may now continue. All the way to Leipzig. Speed limit here will be 60. That's gonna be 62 kilometers, chat. 62 kilometers. I think I will have to lower the bloom. Because yeah, that locomotive on the right was super bright. That's middle of the day. I don't like it. Okay, so now I handed full control over to LZB. And I can now chill for next 60 kilometers, I guess. I love how you say Leipzig instead of Leipzig. I don't get you. Oh, I see. Yeah, my German pronunciation might not be correct. Sorry about that. It's a German thing. Yeah. Yes, hi Nam. Because, well, in fact, the loud sounds coming from the engine, even on 125, is basically used by motorcycle drivers to warn others. It works much better than the tiny horn that you have on your motorcycle, so yeah. Like, if you rev your engine, it's really loud compared to the horn. That's a good question, Mr. Skytrick, but, well, technically the route supports LZB and it works constantly. The cable will be later. I know it's gonna be rendered on the tracks. So technically I'm not even in LZB zone, but hey, it's Dovetail. They managed to make this route work with LZB, even though it doesn't have LZB. But that's a good question. That's a very good question, and I remember later on that route will have LZB cable in the middle of the tracks. So that's a nice Nice feature. Too bad that it works constantly because, hey, rail works. There we go. As you can see, now I have LZB cable. Mr. Skytrick, I'm sure LZB worked, but if it's officially working in real life, I don't know, but in game it works, yes. Between Dresden and Riesa I could use LZB, but there wasn't any cable. So I guess that's the detail they added in that extension, where the cable is there effectively right now. So probably I was supposed to manually turn off LZB. Maybe that would work. Mr. Google, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you will get better soon. Is this a diesel train? No, this is a German ICE electric train. Well, electric multiple unit, in fact. There we go. Now that's the speed. And also, that's the bit where we can fully observe how this train is leaning on a curves. Well, Mr. Skytrick, that's I'm not sure if that's a dovetail made route, but yeah, that's dovetail for you. That's what they did, and it works. Well, it doesn't work properly, but it works, isn't it? At least they tried. I said that a few times today, but at least they tried, Mr. Skytrick. Yes, that's ICET. And it's actually nice. It looks really nice on those bends. Yeah, that's interesting, Race. Go for it. Go for it. Oh, I see. I see. So I can guess you feel a bit lucky about that. Yeah, your arm has a good chance to win that race. That's true. That's true. Like, for some reason, SimRail team went silent like 3 weeks ago, and they haven't said anything. But on the other hand, last time when they released massive amounts of news and a demo was when Steam was doing some of their promotions, and I think we are approaching spring promo and stuff on Steam, so maybe they are preparing for some sort of batch of news and extra goodies that they will release. Who knows? I hope so. They announced that they will have some announcements. So far they managed to announce the announcement. That never happened. So maybe they will have some announcements soon. Oh, you know, in Railworks, they don't have like pre-made timetables as they do in Train Sim World. So basically, a person who creates a scenario has to add every single train. So I doubt somebody went ahead and added like 60 or 70 trains in that route, because in the middle of the day, probably that's how many would be in that area at the same time. So yeah, the route looks kind of empty for where it is, because apparently that's supposed to be very busy route, and since it's like 3 p.m. I would expect to see train after train and some speed limits on the route. But yeah, I guess we will have 10 kilometers of free tracks effectively. I don't really expect to have any red lights throughout the entire journey. The worst thing that may happen, and probably will, is me messing up with LZB and PZB. Because that's me, and I suck at it, and on top of that, PZB and LZB doesn't really work exactly as they should in the game itself. So it's a lottery if I manage to go through it without messing it up, or if I will be successful and the train will continue all the way to Leipzig. But at least for now we can chill and enjoy that extra 40 kilometers that we have to cover. Yeah, something like that, and then it will just basically hand over control to me, and I will fail to take over in a proper manner, and the train will get stopped by PZB. I bet that's the story. I'm almost sure that's how it's gonna end. .7, yeah, so that sounds kind of correct. I mean, I can confirm that LZB will end in front of Leipzig, and I will have to take control. I've already tried that, and I failed miserably. I can tell you that. Okay, I really like that bit. Chat, just look at this. That looks like a proper forest. I wonder, should that be better angle, perhaps? Yeah. There we go. And perhaps... No, I want to be closer. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, I wonder what's there. Okay, that's some sort of old train station. Mr. Google, the bitrate is as high as it can be. I'm streaming on both platforms, and if the bitrate is too low, then unfortunately I can't do much about it. It's usually pretty good. It's at the very limit of what Twitch can handle, so the bitrate should be alright for 1080p. What's my opinion on ICE4? I've never actually tried ICE4, so I can't share my opinion. I can't even remember how it looks like. But if it's faster, safer, then I guess it's good. No, Mr. Google, I can't stream with that large quality. The stream quality would get even worse with that. Mostly because my PC wouldn't keep up. So the quality is as good as it can be. Yeah, the delay on YouTube is slightly bigger for some reason. There we go. I see. Well, I see. Right, pun not intended. Is it... well, if it's more comfy, then I guess it's good. Like, again, I never had occasion and chance to travel with it, and I never had a chance to use it in any of simulators that I've ever played, so yeah, I can't really share too many opinions about it. Zephyr, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. And yes, my day is going really, really well. And how about yours? Well, Mr. Google, I'm glad to hear that your PC can handle it. Mine can't at the moment. Ooh. Oh no! I failed to reset. You gotta be kidding me now. Okay. Yeah, SIFA, but that's the thing. For some reason, when you reset SIFA, it doesn't let you. It doesn't let you continue. Okay, now I can continue. Perfect. Well, it won't be perfect run then. I was hoping that I will do it correctly, but apparently I've been too busy reading chat. Ah, yes, this is all... Wait, so was it PZB that allows you to carry on? I can't remember. Right, this time I reset the ZIFA. That's the thing about Train Simulator. If I won't press and hold the button for longer, it won't reset ZIFA, and that's what I did. So I pressed the button, but I held it too short for the game to actually register that. Oh well, that's a shame. I will lose some points for emergency braking, because apparently that's what ZIFA will do. Okay, the speed limit will go down to 160 from what I can see. Oh, ZIFA again. Well, I wonder how many points I will lose for that ZIFA. Probably enough for the game to tell me that I scored 0, because yeah, that's what Train Simulator does. Oh, not this time. Not this time, ZIFA. My goodness me, what a shame. Like, it doesn't happen too often for me, but it always happens that I mess up with one of those German systems. Always. Every single time, no matter how hard I try, I always fail with one of them. There we go, ZIFA again. But again, like real drivers doesn't have that much distraction as I do, because I'm also reading the chat, so obviously I got some things to distract me. Oh, ZIFA again. I like the effect of that leaning when the train actually leans. You can see that in the cab. That's really nice. Although, yeah, normally you probably wouldn't really notice that, or at least not that much. Because you are effectively sitting on a seat that is attached to the train that is leaning, so you probably wouldn't notice it that much. But well, you can't have everything, I guess. Okay, the train is now slowing down. Perfect. We still got about 6 kilometers before LZB will turn off. Well, Mr. Skytrek, I can agree it's not that hard when you get used to it, but when you are constantly distracted by something, it's quite easy to mess up. For PZB, all it takes is to miss one signal and have that slower reaction than I think 2 seconds after passing over the magnet. And PZB will stop you immediately. It won't give you second chance. Same goes to ZIFA, although ZIFA is really hard to miss, because yeah, it yells at you and it tells you, hey, you need to press me, you need to press me. Okay. I'm going to let it coast. We still got some time left. I probably also should turn off AFB. And I will use normal brakes to slow the train down if I have to. Because very soon I will have to take over. Yeah, it's already yelling at me. So probably soon I will have to take over from LZB. Right, I hope I haven't missed any signs. And there we go, for some... Chat, see? Literally LZB just decided, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna turn myself off and engage emergency brakes. How lovely, how lovely. Yeah.
Unser Zug ist derzeit gestoppt. Bitte
Tha-
versuchen Sie zu Ihrer Sicherheit nicht, die Türen zu öffnen und bleiben Sie auf Ihren
Why?
Plätzen sitzen.
Yeah,
Wir danken Ihnen
I
für
mean,
Ihre
I don't know
Aufmerksamkeit.
why PZB instantly stopped the train even though everything was perfectly fine. So the throttle was at 0 and AFB was at 0 when I went through transition, so technically LZB should just turn off and I should take over. But no, as soon as LZB turned itself off, PZB decided, you know, let's just forget that you are driving. Let's make sure that you are not. Oh, AFB system turned off. You can't really turn it off at the moment. The only way to turn it off in Train Simulator is to drop it down to 0. Literally, like, yeah, this game doesn't go that deep when it comes to simulation. Okay, and the question is, what is the speed limit here? Oh my goodness me. Right. Let's go at... I believe it was supposed to be 80. So for now, 80 should do. Oh, okay. The next speed limit will be 140. I'm not sure if there is specific manual for this locomotive, as it was delivered by Dovetail, I believe. So I don't think we will get any manual for that. Although I might be wrong. I definitely need to figure out how to make sure that this train won't go into full emergency brake mode in that moment. Because that's the only moment I can't get through in this scenario. Like, getting through that transition from LZB to manual control on the approach to Leipzig station. Oh well, we are still 10 minutes ahead of time anyway. Right, thankfully I don't even need to slow down because I was currently holding my speed at 80.
In wenigen Augenblicken wird unser Zug in Leipzig Hauptbahnhof, unserem Endbahnhof, ankommen. Bitte vergewissern Sie sich, dass Sie keine Gepäckstücke oder persönlichen Gegenstände im Zug vergessen haben.
I really like those announcements.
Wir erinnern Sie daran, dass es verboten ist, im Bahnhofsbereich zu rauchen. Wir danken Ihnen für Ihr Verständnis. Wir hoffen, Sie hatten eine angenehme Reise und wir wünschen Ihnen einen schönen Tag.
Oops. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I forgot that I went past. Yeah. I messed up, chat. I messed up. That was a fail. That was a massive fail, chat. F in chat, F in chat. Yeah, I failed. Oh dear. I confirmed the signal and I failed to slow down. What was I thinking? That was a fail. Oh dear. Right, anyway, look how many penalties I got for those two emergency brake incidents. Obviously the last one was like I was way too late with slowing down. Yeah, that was a massive fail. And now, chat, and now what I'm gonna do, I will change the scenario. We will try a freight train because yeah, I'm not doing another ICET not anytime soon. But yeah, that was the first scenario. I obviously failed miserably, and that was unacceptable. I will try this scenario again, definitely, and attempt to complete it for now, or for once, without any failures. I need to crack that LZB PZB transition, and sadly I couldn't show you Leipzig station because yeah, I failed. I failed, chat, I failed, and that was absolutely unacceptable. Chat, that is unacceptable. Right, anyway, I will change the scenario, but before I will do that, I'm gonna take a quick 10 minutes break, because I feel really tired. That was 1.5 hours of constant playing. And then we will try and go through that freight train and see if I can drive that without crashing. Knowing me, I will probably mess something up. Jessica Tim, I definitely won't do that right now because that would take like 10-15 minutes before I find anything. And yeah, it would just cause distraction on the stream. So yeah, definitely I can do that after stream. If I will find it, then I shall use it. I know that I can turn on and off CFA, PZB and LZB, but I couldn't find any buttons for AFB. The only way to turn it off was like effectively drop it down and it turned itself off, I think. Right, anyway, I will go for a quick break. And then... we will drive, what is that? Freighter Riesa. There we go. And this time we will be driving DB-BR 189. Alright, chat. Okay, I came back. I'm back, yeah? And hopefully this time I need to finish one scenario. Come on. What am I doing? I still can't get over passing signal at danger. Oh, that was terrible, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. Oh, hi Nam. Yeah, I know it's late in Vietnam, so I don't blame you for falling asleep. As I said, my streams can get boring at times or very soothing. So depending on how people look at it, and like, yeah, I don't blame you falling asleep. The Prologue, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time today. Right, let me just quickly set a different route in that fancy modification that I use, because apparently I need to use that. Okay, the game will now flicker, and now if I will start this scenario, I should have overlay for it. So we are now going to drive freight to Riesa, and I believe that will go from Leipzig. Okay, we got some rain, chat. There is some rain. Good evening, driver. You are tasked this evening with taking this train from Leipzig to Riesa. Set up the train and prepare for departure. Please be aware we will be following an S-Bahn service to Dresden. Due to the weather, we have been limited to a maximum speed of 120 kilometers per hour. Okay, fair enough. Jessica Tim, that might be an idea. The problem is that this 80 km per hour speed limit was very far away, so technically LZB should let me off, and PZB shouldn't react until I pass the speed limit sign, or like speed limit information sign, because there wasn't anything. Like, even the signs were informing me that I'm entering LZB zone. In fact, if you look at the stream, or if you rewind it, the LZB wasn't like crossed off, which should be. So probably Dovetail also used the wrong sign there, or whoever made that route. Anyway, I need to figure out how to turn this bad boy on, because I don't remember. I have no clues what am I doing right now, and how this locomotive works in Train Simulator, so that's gonna be fun. Okay, the overlay didn't exactly work. Let me just double check it. Yeah, RWE. Yeah, we got no overlay, so I believe it won't work for this particular locomotive. Well, too bad then, too bad. We won't have a clock, although there is a clock in the cabin, if I remember correctly. But it doesn't show the right hour. Yeah, it's just random numbers. Oh, no, this one is showing the correct hour. Perfect. Right, so we got this. I need lights. Those lights will be good. Okay, I need reverser. I need to turn on PZB, and I need to turn on SIFA. Perfect. Do we want to turn on LZB? It should be supported in that locomotive, is it? So technically, yeah, there we go, we have LZB. Okay, do we need anything else? We got other views. Okay. Blah blah blah. Can I check what's here? Can I press any of these buttons? I don't think they will work. And I don't really need to use the battery, I believe. Everything should be on. Yeah, we got pantograph, although the front one instead of rear one, which is not entirely correct. I'm not sure if I can switch it. Let's see. Pantograph. I can raise it. It is raised, but I can't choose which one. I'm sure it should be one of those computers, but yeah, it won't work. Direct control brake. I believe now it is turned off. Okay, chat. I think
RFB.
we are now good to go. Are we? Yeah, I think we are. Do I need cabin lights? Ooh, that looks nice. Although a bit too bright to me. Okay, Sander, we don't need that. And cabin lights. Oh, cabin light is only this. That's disappointing. Right, so let's get going. Left panel pantograph up. Main breaker next to it. Close. Reverser forward. What? Reverser is forward. That's circuit breaker. And that is pantograph down. Yeah. I guess that's dovetail thing. They need to fix it. Right, anyway. Let's release the brakes. And now we can go, chat. We can go. Although I don't have this fancy overlay. For some reason it didn't work. I'm not sure if it... Yeah, it doesn't show any notifications, sadly. Okay. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. There we go. At least we are getting somewhere, chat. At least we are getting somewhere. Okay, the speed limit is still 40. And now it goes up to 100. So I'm gonna hand control over to LZB and it should guide me through all the way to Riesa. There we go. Okay, and technically LZB is now working already, even though... I don't think it should. There's still no wire. But hey, dovetail. But I like the weather effects. It's really nice and well done. Well, as far as it can be done in such an old game. There we go. Yes, the rain effects are pretty well done. Maybe they are not perfect, but I think it's acceptable. Perfect. Oh. Okay. Come on, are you going to slow down? Ooh, I can see that red signal. Come on, I'm running full brakes and I'm not stopping. Oh my goodness me, this train doesn't want to stop. And that's... signal past that danger. Right, so driving in that rain is definitely a challenge. Emergency brake setting. Yeah, it was emergency brake because when I started to brake, the train didn't really stop. Why did that happen? Like, I had brakes on since that yellow light. As far as the game allows me to. Oh, there we go. Well, yeah, I'm actually surprised myself. We are going to try it again. And hopefully this will work. But why? Why did the game do that to me? Come on, I really need to figure that out. Why did the game fail to stop the train? Because the brakes was on. The brakes were on. It's not that I failed to... Oh, there we go. Now we got overlay. Oh, now we don't. For some reason it works and it doesn't. Oh, that's a buggy mess. Oh, there we go. Hey, now it works, chat. Now it works. Hey, maybe that's a good luck sign. Right, let's try it again. And this time, I shall do it better. So lights on. Brake off. Okay, all the systems on. Pantograph is up. We should now be ready to roll.
AFB.
Let's set AFB to 40. Okay. Let's turn on the wipers. And we will try again, chat. Because for some reason, last time the game did something silly. And even though the brakes were on, the train didn't slow down, in fact. Like, I couldn't slow this thing up. Oh well. Dovetail, at least they tried. And at least I tried. Okay. Ooh, that was actually a will sleep. Whoa, that's new. That's new. I really need to be careful now. Okay, Sifa, I don't need you now. Okay. Okay, regulator is all the way up. And speed limit is still at 40. Chat, this time I got it. I got it this time, I'm sure. Okay. Hey Bolt! Welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time today. How are you doing? That is BR186, I believe, or 189. So, yeah, it's... let me show it to you. Why not? Why not? So, it's... Oh, why do I have marker lights to begin with? Oh dear, that's a fail, isn't it? Right, let me fix it first. Okay, Sifa, you better not say anything. Oh, there we go. I believe that's the service that will be in front of us. Right. I believe now I will have the right light. Oh, there we go. Now I got correct lights. See, chat? Technically, my train was supposed to be stopped. Ah, I see. You just came in to check how am I doing all the fails today. Because, yeah, literally, I had 2 spots so far. And I'm about to get the 3rd one. Seriously, 2 spots already. Oh, this is... Oh, that's BR189. Route is looking good. Fair enough, fair enough. How long you've been watching? Yeah, I definitely need to reduce bloom in that mod because it's too bright. Oh, you just arrived 3 minutes ago. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, chat. And now this thing is actually slowing down, although not as fast as I would like it to. Yes, RWE is on, as you can see. I already got what I need from RWE. Although it failed on me once. In previous attempts, it actually failed on me. Okay. I will comfortably chill at 40 as I'm approaching this signal. No, I'm not gonna chill. Oh, that was a little bit too much brakes. Oh, come on, why did you release the brakes? You are joking me. Yeah, I should have kept this brakes all the time. Okay, one more time, chat, one more time. So I had emergency brakes for a few seconds. Okay, that's normal. But why? Why the brakes doesn't work? Do they actually started to simulate rain? That might be interesting thing. RIP, yeah. Hey chat, you need to get used to it, because me driving in Train Simulator, that's how it's gonna look like. I'm absolutely terrible with this game. Okay, there we go, all systems go. Lights on. Do I need anything else? No, we should be good to go. This time I'm gonna get it right. Chat, I'm gonna get that thing right. Game is okay, yeah. Game is fine. Game is definitely fine. It's my driving that sucks. No, it's not Dovetail this time. It's me being absolute rubbish at driving this thing. But this is how it goes. Sometimes I keep practicing for something and I fail. And today it's one of those days when I fail. Okay. Brakes are off. And off we go. This time, chat, this time I'm gonna make that stop correctly. It is okay. Yeah, hey, at least I haven't overshot any stations today. Well, that's why I'm playing simulators, not driving the real thing. And yeah, I need to change the bloom settings in the mod, because it's way too bright at some points. Like, look at this. Those lights are way too bright. But again, there's not much I can do about them, I believe. Oh, maybe that will reduce the lights. Let me just check. No, now they are off. Oh, that's not what I want. That is marker lights, and that is full beam. Yeah, so there's not much I can do with the lights. Okay, that's Sifa. Now the full control is handed to LZB. Although, as we already know, LZB won't stop me in front of that signal, so I will have to do it myself. And I will have to figure out how to force this train to actually stop for a change. Because definitely, even full brakes doesn't seem to work properly on that thing. Right, anyway, we got 54-kilometer journey all the way to Riesa, and I can't get over first 3 kilometers. Woohoo, chat, woohoo. Okay, so that's the passenger train we will be following. Now, throttle goes off. Okay. I applied the brake sooner, and this time it seems to work. Yeah, the brakes are all the way down. There we go. This time I won't be chilling at 40. Because I want to make sure that this thing stops. Okay, Sifa, give me a break. Oh, just look at this chat. This train really takes a long time to stop. Okay, I'm gonna just roll at that slow speed all the way to the signal. There's no need to rush. I don't need to be fully stopped. There we go. At least we are safe. And I still need to wait for that signal to change, so it doesn't really matter if I'm slightly rolling or not. And hey, anything works as long as I can stop the train in front of that signal. Oh, there we go. Yes, it is really heavy consist. Anyway, we can now continue, chat. That is Sifa. Paul LBMJ2, thank you very much for follow. Okay. I will drive very slow, just to make sure that the next signal will change before I reach it. This way I won't have to stop this train. Okay, 33 kilometers seems to be okay. I think there's still red signal in front of me. It should be at the end of the platform, and yes, I can confirm that. It is still red. I have to admit, this is really interesting scenario. Yeah, the signal is still red. Okay, Zifa is telling me off. Okay, I will very slowly approach this signal. Hopefully I won't overshoot. Oh, there we go. Now it's green. So I guess we can continue. Right, Zifa, you did the thing today. I don't want you again. No more Zifa. Please. By the way, Bolt, are you still here watching the stream? Yeah, I guess he's off now. Oh, you are here. Fantastic. What time do you start yours? Perfect, perfect. Chat, go check out Bolt on his Twitch channel. I think... Oh yeah, I forgot. I turned off the links. You're starting at 8, so it's in about 30 minutes, yes. So, chat. Bolt will soon show up something really amazing on his stream in regards to Train Simulator. So, go check him out as well. And give him a follow on Twitch. Let me just check... Let me just check if I will be able to send a link to my own chat. You know what, chat, I will have to do that in order to send links. So give me a second, bear with me. Bear with me, I just need to find Bolt's channel. There we go. Ha! Got it. Got it. Found it. Found it, chat. Found it. And let me... let me just go here. Perfect. And now I can Now I can do that. Yes, check out his channel, definitely. In fact, what we might do at the end of that stream, we might join Bolt in his efforts, because I look forward to see his work. Oh my goodness me, the game is doing really silly thing. Oh, and now the game is minimized for some reason. Okay. And I don't know why this screen is here. Oh dear, what's going on? Chat, I think I messed up a little bit. Okay. Okay, now I can continue. Perfect, it works. It works. We're back. We're back, chat. Okay, I guess what I will do... Oh. Chat. Chat. There is another red light in front of me. Is it? Or is it green now? It's yellow. Oh, it's green now. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, we can continue. But let's face it, chat. Even with full brakes, I wouldn't be able to slow down. So what I'm gonna do, I will set PZB to 90. Okay, I'm not gonna go past 90 kilometers per hour, because stopping this train is almost impossible. And technically now we can benefit from LZB. But again, LZB won't help me too much when it comes to... when it comes to stopping this train. AFB is set, but I haven't set it fully, because according to initial briefing, the train is limited to 120 today, and LZB is trying to send me at 160. Oh, I just turned it off, and guess what happened? I guess I messed up. Yeah, I forgot to set AFB to 0 first. I hate this game. Oh, but look at this, even on emergency brake, this train doesn't really stop. Right, it doesn't matter if I will confirm it or not, because I'm already emergency braking, and there is not much I can do. Yeah, Zifa, I know, you hate me. Oh, just look at this, chat. This train is just rolling, and it's not slowing down. I'm not sure how heavy it is, but yes, in real life, I believe this train would be limited to like 70. I don't know why in game they said, yeah, you can do 120 with something that doesn't really stop. So effectively, yeah, apart from me failing because I decided to first turn on LZB and then turn it off, and that's what happens. And I need to wait now until the train stops. And obviously it doesn't really stop. Yeah, but the Cumberland charge was slightly different. And back then I've been going on like nearly 2% grade. Right, we will initialize PZB, so I will first have to... Would you mind? There we go. What is this? Now? Okay. For some reason the game doesn't really... Oh, okay. Right. That's another thing about Train Simulator. As soon as you get emergency braking, the reverser goes to neutral. That's why I couldn't drive. Michał Wiśniewski, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. There we go, chat. Right. I'm gonna limit this train to 70. Because I believe that, yeah, this consist should never go anywhere above 80. And since we are following another train, I think that will be a wise choice. Okay. By now, the light should be green. It is. So we should be Gucci. Oh yeah, it's been a while since you've visited my channel. How are you doing? Right, definitely I won't get a high score in this scenario, but well, it's Train Simulator, you don't really play it for score, because the game punishes you for playing anyway. I mean, yeah, that's another thing, but, well, it's still DTG. They scripted it so that every single train resets completely as soon as you get PZB or SIFA stop. Ouch, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I don't know what it is with like people well, with deaths lately, but yeah, you are the second person today that wasn't feeling really the best because of recent deaths. Wow, it's like, I'm sorry to hear that. PZBU with max speed of 66. I'm not sure if that would be classified as heavy, because I don't know what's the weight of that consist, to be honest. But yeah, definitely the classification that someone from Dovetail gave to this train is completely wrong. First of all, I'm on PZB 85, which is not the right one, to say the least. So I'm in the wrong mode. I think it's PZB-O. And on top of that, this train seems to be too heavy for the conditions. Always over 110. So yeah, I might be in this one. No, it's What were the letters? O, P, and S? No, can't remember. Ah. Right, I'm terrible when it comes to those informations about PZB, but it has 3 modes and one of them is for 125 kilometers per hour or faster, or 160. So for some reason, someone from DTG gave it the highest speed possible, even though this train is too heavy for that. 110 would be maybe appropriate. Which would be PZBO. It depends on the weight. Although in those conditions it might be even more appropriate. I don't know. I would have to do the math for this train eventually. But again, it's Dovetail. Their scenarios are terrible, usually. Don't expect much out of them. But it's custom scenarios that other users make that makes this game really, really good. Too bad that it's a fresh and new route and it doesn't really have UMO. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we are probably in U mode at the moment. Right. Which is good and bad at the same time. Good because I got full range of speeds to work with, even though I shouldn't go too fast. As you can see, the rain doesn't make it easier for this train to stop. But the problem is that I got less time to react to PZB and slow down when there is a speed limit. Because obviously trains in U mode have the shortest amount. Yeah, I think they have the smallest amount of time to slow down, because those are usually very light trains that can slow down that fast. For a freight trains in O and M mode, I think, or U and M mode, you get slightly more time to slow down to appropriate speed before PZB will kick in and eventually stop your train in emergency mode. But as you could see, even emergency brakes, yeah, didn't do much. But it looks like, yeah, 80 kilometers per hour seems to be appropriate speed for that train, and we are on a green line. I believe that this passenger service that is in front of us will gain some distance. So we should be all right. All the way to Riesa. But again, I will keep 80 kilometers per hour for next 38 kilometers. So that should take us about 30 minutes to reach Riesa. Ouch, ouch. Oh yeah, you really haven't tested that with OBS yesterday, so... Well, you will have to figure it out. See you later, Bolt. We will definitely come in and visit after I finish. Yes. Zusi is very good simulator when it comes to PZB and LZB. It's pretty much top notch. Like, I haven't seen any other simulator that does things in the correct way. So definitely, yes. I might give it a shot at one point, because it's really enjoyable to play. But don't expect me to get a high scores. I always get terrible scores on those German railways, because I'm a terrible driver. I'm literally so terrible. But at least we can enjoy the ride. And speaking of ride, we might grab some nice screenshots. There we go. Perhaps I should... There we go. Just slightly closer. Perfect. That's a nice screenshot. That's... Okay, that is much, much better. There we go. And let's carry on and see if I can. Beautiful, beautiful chat, beautiful. Right, let me check. Stop at Riesa track 6, and we don't have specified time, which is good. So as soon as we reach it, the game will award us some points. So I believe we won't go below 1,000. We had 2 emergency brakes so far, but we should be alright. Ooh, but I definitely need to work on graphics settings a little bit. As you can see, chat, the bloom is a little bit too high. I might tune it down a little bit. Yeah, things are way too bright. But I'm gonna get a perfect graphics settings. It all comes from that mod that I'm using, thanks to which I got this clock in top right screen and task list. So this mod also changes how the graphics settings works. Michał Wiśniewski, it's technically a new route. It's extension to old one. But this was released just yesterday. Oh, there we go. We got some indicators from LZB, but I can tell you, chat, I'm not gonna go 200 kilometers per hour. Forget about that. So I'm gonna take it slow. 80 should be enough. Technically, I could try and push it up to 110. In fact, let's do it, chat. Let's do it. I'm sure I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna do 100. Yeah, that seems appropriate. Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not gonna risk it. I could try 100. By now, this passenger train that was in front of us should have gained some distance. And it's gonna go faster than us anyway. So with 100, I should be able to carry on all the way through. The brakes on this engine, the brakes are absolutely awful, so I believe we will have a massive adventure at the end, trying to stop this thing, but hey, I will try. It would be nice if the game would inform me what is the total weight of this consist, so I can adjust my speeds, well, somewhat correctly. Because if you look at this, it's not really that long consist. It doesn't feel like a heavy train. That will probably be like, what, 500 tons, 600 tons? So technically that should be doable. There we go, we got some station here. Class 52 from British Rails. Probably. Like, hey, this BR189, I believe, or 186, I can't remember which one I'm driving, to be honest. Like, it is handling it pretty well, but it's how the brakes work. Probably, again, it comes to scripting. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that whenever I apply brakes in this thing, it is trying to apply dynamic brake, which this locomotive has. So it's like it is trying to use locomotive like dynamic brake first to slow the train down, and it doesn't really work. I don't know how it works in this thing, but yeah, it feels like I'm sliding on ice with that stuff. I know it will take well, it will definitely take some distance for this train to stop, but yeah, it's like driving on ice sometimes. So 100 kilometers per hour, it's definitely a lot for this train, and it might take me a while to stop it. Hopefully I will be able to do that. Anyway, chat, for now I don't have to worry about it, because our stop will happen probably in 26 kilometers from here. Mostly because I'm driving slow enough so that the train in front of me is gaining distance. So who's gonna have to worry is the train behind me that will be slowed down, because obviously if I'm traveling at the speed of 100 kilometers per hour, somebody behind me is going to have a very bad day. Especially if that's, let's say, passenger service, or what's worse, that might be ICE. But for now, I have to say we are doing pretty good. At least we are still driving. Yeah, most likely. Although in this game, that might be... that might not be the case, so that's the problem with this game. It doesn't really have that dynamic dispatcher that would say, hey, there is an express train behind you and you are driving freight train. Maybe it would be wise to pull you to a siding, let the express train go through and then let you go. No, the game won't do that in here. that's a shame. It has to be fully incorporated into this scenario and scripted so that it will happen. Otherwise it won't. Yeah, but good luck scripting something for this game. Like it's Lua scripting, and I'm absolutely terrible at doing anything with programming or scripting. Don't get me wrong, there are ways to create such situations with like editor tools, and you would be pretty alright with that, but it's still gonna take a lot of effort to do it. You can sort it out with some basic triggers and stuff, but yeah, again, you still need to test it. I mean, as long as you know how to script and program in any language, there are no things that are impossible, but they might be pain in the ass to do. Because obviously the more complicated thing you are trying to achieve, the more scripting you have to do to make it work. Anyway, chat, we are still driving. We got just short of 20 kilometers to go. Oh, seriously, I haven't seen that scenario. I might give it a shot at one point. Is that for Train Simulator? Or was that different game? Simchu, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Sure, no problem. I can show you the train. Let me just do that. There we go. So, what do we have? We got BR189, in fact. Okay, now I know which one it is. With some containers. Not too long consist. There we go. So that is our lovely train. Oh, we got end signals at least. Okay, perhaps I can take a screenshot. Okay, that should be a bit better. Maybe I will let it go. There we go. That's nice. There we go. And let me just jump back in. Oh, I see. So that's a third-party stuff. It's not impossible to get it. The problem is that sometimes, like, those things can be expensive. So buying third-party stuff, yeah, might do it at one point because it's usually higher quality than what Dovetail is doing. So definitely, I'd rather buy a route from someone who is putting an effort into it rather than from Dovetail, who is not. But hey, this is what it is. Jessica team, how's the trip? We are currently cruising at 100 kilometers per hour. No issues so far. No red lights, and we still got 15 kilometers to go. Oh, I see, I see. He's been working on this for a year. Yeah, like, if you don't have too much experience in that, then definitely it will take you ages to complete anything. I mean, that's one of the methods, definitely, because then you will have plenty of assets for that specific thing that you want. And the problem is that I like to drive many different things. Sometimes it's German stuff, sometimes, yeah, some routes from UK can be really interesting. American stuff, yes, heavy freight trains, definitely. I love those sometimes, at least. Not every time, because in most cases Dovetail is doing really boring scenarios for those trains. Jessica team, don't worry about it, I can't remember them either. Every time I try to remember them, that information just don't stick in my brain. So yeah, I don't blame you for messing up different modes, because yeah, they are really hard to remember. At least for someone who is not working with them every day and stuff. And since I don't drive German trains every day, I play Train Simulator maybe once a month or once every 2-3 months. The same goes to Train Sim World 2. Yeah, I quickly forget about that. But eventually, at some point, I will remember how this thing works and I will get better at it. Yeah, exactly. Like, the more often you keep trying, because obviously, if you practice something, then you will get better at it, and eventually you will catch up how things work, you will know how it works, and you will do it more and more naturally. You can compare that to me driving in Train Driver. Like, in Train Driver 2, I can easily keep up with the chat, I can easily distract myself. And while, yes, there are places where you can mess up because you missed a signal and there is no system to help you, like PZB in Germany, where it would just yell at you, introduce emergency brakes, and that's it, yeah. In Poland we don't have that, we got CA and SHB and that's it at this point. ETCS is not pretty much on in Train Driver 2, so you can't rely on those systems. But again, I can easily drive trains in Polish simulators because I know the rules. I'm fully familiar with them, and I've done that so many times that it became second nature. But for German trains, it really isn't. So like sometimes I struggle with SIFA, which tends to give me a pain, especially in Train Simulator, because it requires me to hold the button for a second rather than quickly press it, which is not something I'm used to. And on top of that, PZB and LZB are doing weird things, and again, I need to get used how it works in this specific product, because we've already established that those systems doesn't exactly work as they should. Dominic Toretto, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time today. Jessica Team, yes, I do like, well, that's one of the things I like about Train Simulator. It has steam locomotives and you can drive them. I got few of them. Oh, there we go. We got Ende for LZB. Obviously, we won't really need that because we are not using LZB at the moment. So I'm not really worried about it. Right, chat, what I'm gonna do, I will tell my train to slow down to 60. Because I have a feeling that very soon I will approach some speed limit, and as you can see, this train doesn't really handle slowing down really well. So I'm gonna do it now. We got 6 kilometers to go, and I believe from 60 I can easily stop this train even in those poor conditions. Okay, and LZB is now off from what I can see, at least according to the game. Obviously the game can lie to me. Yeah, Hainam. Yes, it's almost 3 hours long. There we go. Sifa is yelling at me again. Perfect. Okay, now we can chill. The last 5 kilometers we will carry on at 60 kilometers per hour. It should take us like 10 minutes and we should be Gucci to eventually stop at the red light at the end of that Riesa track 6. Because that's how this scenario is going to end. And then I'm gonna get scored by the game, and the game will tell me, yeah, you were absolutely rubbish, and I agree with that. But hey, chat, this is the route. That's what you can expect from Dresden Leipzig route. Obviously, if you know how to create your own scenarios, there is a lot of possibilities to do so, because the route is absolutely massive. It's like what, 160 kilometers long right now, or something like that, or 150. So definitely fair enough. So definitely there is a lot of things that you can do. There is also one mission designed to do some shunting. Obviously I won't be doing that today because it's been ages since I've done any sort of switching in that game. Like probably last time I did that was in 2011 when I bought it. So I can't even remember how to like attach and detach wagons from my train. But I'm sure I will come back to this game. I will learn how to do some missions myself, and perhaps next time I will create a scenario of my own, because that would be interesting. But for that I will have to speak with a couple of people that are more familiar with German railways and the rules that are there, so I can create a nice and somewhat challenging scenario for a freight train. Probably won't be doing too much with passenger trains, because again I really hate to drive Talent 2, and I think that's the only passenger train that could do a local service that I have. I could technically try and create a scenario for BR101. I think I have that one. So yeah, I'll think about it. I might spend few minutes with the editor and see if I can create something. And who knows, maybe in a few months I will be able to show you the effects of my work. But until then, yeah, I guess next time we will have a look at London to Birmingham route. I'm interested how Dovetail messed this up. Oh, Raelion, yes, yes, I am definitely looking at you in that case. Oh, okay, we got blinking lights, so I believe 40 will be more appropriate here, and I forgot to confirm. Yay. Yeah, Sifa, it doesn't really matter because the train is going to stop. Ah, I've been too slow. Yes, chat, it is my failure. When I was passing that signal, I've been too focused on reducing my speed to 40, or rather reducing AFB to 40, rather than confirming that's well, rather than confirming to PZB that yes, I am aware that the next signal will slow me down. I'm absolute rubbish. That's what I can tell you, chat. I am rubbish when it comes to driving those trains. Anyway, look at this, chat. This train doesn't really stop, isn't it? It literally took me to another signal to stop on emergency brakes. So you can now imagine, if I would just apply normal brakes, I would overshot this signal anyway. And that was only 60 kilometers per hour. Right. Let's get this bad boy moving and let's pull it into the right track. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I definitely need to work on that PZB and SIFA. Although, yeah, as I mentioned before, as a streamer, when I'm looking on two different screens and I'm trying to read the chat, answer to the chat, I often miss things, like, let's say, PZB and SIFA. And on top of that, I really hate the keyboard layout of Train Simulator and Train Sim World. Like, literally I can't get over through this. There we go, that's a 40, I believe. There we go. Oh yeah, what am I doing? I'm using completely wrong button to let the train coast. So that's what I need to do. Perhaps it will be wise to use some brakes, because as you can see, this thing takes ages to stop. So let me just slow down to 20. Just to make sure that I won't shoot over the red signal that is at the end of this track. Damian, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. What train is this? I am driving a German BR-189 with a freight train, and I'm about to finish this particular scenario. It's not a heavy freight train, it's a light freight train, but still. Pretty interesting routes on Dresden, Leipzig, or from Dresden to Leipzig. Although this one took me only from Leipzig to Dresden to Riesa, which is halfway through. There we go. We still got 250 meters. Oh, there we go. We can see the semaphores now. At least for a different track. Okay. I will slow down a little bit more, just to make sure I won't shoot over the signal. It happens too many times today. Like, how many? That was like 3 spots in one day. Yeah, that's way too much, chat. That's way too much. Yes, Damian, I am using enhancer. And it's really nice. It's really nice. It's definitely nice. It adds a lot of flavor to the game. And it adds a lot of things that were missing. Although I still need to adjust few graphical settings because yeah, the bloom is a little bit too high. Things are too bright in my opinion. Right, where is that red signal? Come on. How far is that semaphore? Oh, that's where it is. There we go. Now the bloom comes from... What now? There we go, your service is finished. No, the bloom comes from the mods, but again, in order to change it, I would have to restart the game and test it in the game later on. Scenario complete, thanks for playing. No way, no way, you're just telling me that. Finish the service. Oh. There we go. RWE goes off. Performance. You scored 811, chat. 811. Not too bad, not too bad. Providing that I'm terrible. There we go. I'm in a global ranking. On the first page. Right, so apart from that small incident at the beginning when I had to turn off LZB, which I turned on for no reason, and that one incident with PZB, I think I did pretty well, although yeah, the game will punish me greatly because the weather was absolute rubbish. I mean, looking at this game, yeah, it's pretty good score, although it was quite easy scenario, and I will definitely try to redo it in order to get 1000, because that's definitely doable even for me. I'm absolutely sure I can make it. But yeah, next time I won't turn on LZB, and I will pay more attention to the signals, that's for sure. But definitely interesting and challenging scenario. That rain made things much more interesting. Anyway, chat. With that mission, yeah, I guess we have reached the end. Although there is one more thing that we should do. So whoever is watching me on YouTube, if you are interested to join us in a raid to Bolt's channel, who is now streaming Train Simulator as well. He is definitely streaming Train Simulator. However, he is going to show up something new, something that's not released by Dovetail, but nevertheless, it is a fantastic mod. It is expansion, some new locomotive, definitely. That's all I can say. And he is working on it on his channel right now, on his Twitch channel. So you can join him directly, or if you want to join the raid, you can join my Twitch channel, and then I'm gonna raid Bolt. So everyone, what is the link? Oh yeah, I forgot, you guys don't have my Twitch link. Oh, my goodness me. How did I manage to miss that? Let me just... Yeah. There we go. Oh, in fact, I was supposed to stay on my own channel, because in order to raid him, I could actually... what am I doing now? There we go. Where is that? No, now I need this screen. Obviously, the game is also not helping. Michał Wiśniewski, this is not going to be YouTube. So that's the thing. Bolt is on Twitch. Let me just get into my own Twitch chat. YouTube chat. There we go. And that is my Twitch. Or you can directly join Bolt, which will be there we go. There we go, chat. There we go. I managed to get through it. So if you want to join me and join the raid, feel free. If you want to join Bolt directly, that's his link. Both of them will take you eventually to the same place, because that's what we are going to do. But before we will do that, I will say final goodbye. So guys, thanks for joining me, and if you enjoyed that, and if you are watching me on YouTube, press that like and subscribe button. You know the drill. If you really want to support my channel, you can also join the crew here on YouTube. If you are watching me on Twitch, then yeah, you can drop me a follow, and feel free to join the raid, because we are going to visit Bolt, the railway dog, who visited me earlier. Right, anyway, chat. Thanks, and bye-bye.